Throwdown focuses on 4 new franchise faces. The question is this: which quarterback has the most at stake next season? Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, or Baker Mayfield? Who has the most at stake? Jason.
Most at stake. I like this because you can choose any one of these guys and go any which way. I'm going with Derek Carr. I think you look at him, he left the Raiders, and it was kind of crazy the way it all transpired. They move on from him at the end of the season, benching him. He no longer is around the team, goes to the Pro Bowl, kind of hints at the saltiness of him leaving the Raiders, and then he joins the New Orleans Saints, a team with a good defense and in a division that is extremely weak. So it's like the expectations for Derek Carr and these Saints, I think, just kind of went through the roof. They're definitely expected to win their division. I think the obvious answer somebody may point to is obviously Aaron Rodgers. But I look at it, if Rodgers does well and they get to the playoffs and they lose to Patrick Mahomes or they lose to Josh Allen in a crazy game, it's like, well, all right. The NFC, I feel like it's more open, and it's an opportunity for Derek Carr that we said throughout his 9 years with the Raiders he didn't have. Now it's Alvin Kamara in the backfield. They just signed Jamal Williams. They have a good defense. There really are no other excuses why he can't become a really good quarterback.
First, I use Gorilla Glue regularly.
It's a great product.
It's a tremendous product. This is not, I didn't even know this was sponsored by Gorilla Glue, so I'm very excited.
We got to get you something.
Yeah, like, I don't need much more, actually. We got pretty much every product we have. But I will say this. I like your answer. I can see the argument for Aaron Rodgers, everything that's on stake, because we've kind of seen it happen before with previous guys and this happening, and they've done it, and will he do it? And you look at Derek Carr, and that's a lot of weapons around him. You look at Garoppolo, I just always think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. If we could throw that up there again. That's a great point. Okay, it was one of Kyle's favorite things. I just always feel like with Jimmy, everything's going to be okay. It'll find a way to work out at some point. I'm going to go with...
I don't know where you were going to go. Just stay here.
Let's just stay here for a second. Let's just stay here for a second. Right there, you look at that. Like, everything's going to be fine. Like, Jimmy sat there in New England and waited. It's going to be all right. And then he goes, becomes the guy of the 49ers. And then I'm at the game in Kansas City, tears the ACL. He'll be all right. And he bounces back. And then he loses his job to Mr. Irrelevant. And it's kind of like, it's still going to be all right. And then he lands on his feet with the Raiders. He's like Jerry. Always like, he loses $10. Jerry Seinfeld finds $10. It's
probably
even
be tough
Steven,
for him
all the
in
time.
Vegas. Like, I can't imagine there's anything.
It's going to work out. It's going to work out. I think the guy is Baker Mayfield because he might be the only one that this could be it. Yeah. That this could literally be
We've heard that before.
If he, listen, 4 teams in, 9 months?
Yeah.
Yes.
If he doesn't win this quarterback battle against Kyle Trask, who we've broken down repeatedly, Sarah, what's the completions? How many? 3. So if Baker doesn't win this job, this might be it for him in the league. I think everybody else has a job come 2024. Baker might have the most pressure on him because if he doesn't win this quarterback battle, it might be 5 teams and then 6 teams and then 7. Do you transition to a backup? This is a huge, huge training camp and offseason for Baker Mayfield because he might have the most riding on it because this might be career-altering compared to the rest of these guys.
Or career-ending. This is going to be his 3rd shot to be a legitimate starter for a 3rd team. I hear you on the Baker thing. I go Rodgers for more of like a wider perspective. You guys make good points here. What if it doesn't work? What if it just doesn't work and maybe his game has fallen off and the chemistry's not there and it's just he doesn't jive with the young guy? I don't know. Point is, look at the legacy deal here. Let's bring up the L word. Trying to think of a guy in this generation who is a slam dunk Hall of Fame quarterback who changed teams and it just kind of flopped. So, Peyton obviously won the Super Bowl. Brady won a Super Bowl. Even if you go back further, like Joe Montana goes to the Chiefs, does very well. They're relevant. They're in the playoffs. It worked. Even if you think Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, Phillip Rivers was in the playoffs with the Indianapolis Colts. You don't see it where it's a true Joe Namath, where he shows up on the Rams in the late 70s and it's just like, what are you doing? This is embarrassing. But it doesn't happen. Is it possible that the Rodgers shows up in the AFC and they're 6-11 next year and it's just rough and this stuff's rough and the play is not great and maybe it's sort of like the Packers were last year? Packers had a very talented defense too. Packers had a lot of talented wide receiver come to find out. It just didn't work. And then he comes back and it's another year and it's like, well, we went 9-8 and just missed. That would be unfathomable to me. And that would be a huge ding and a huge pockmark because he hasn't been back to the Super Bowl, but he's always brilliant. There's no debating that. That'd be a very strange little coda at the end of the career of the best quarterback I have ever watched to go on the Jets and just be like, I don't know, it just didn't really work.
Could it go worse than for Russell Wilson this past year?
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean.
But that's a good comparison. But, you know, Russ's career isn't over either. Russ is a lot younger than Rodgers. So he's got time to write it. Russ could play 6 more years. Maybe he changes another team. But I think that's a good point. Like, look, everyone just thought, oh, my God, the Broncos, now they're ready. It was the debacle. Yeah. Debacle, unmitigated. So I guess he has that going for him. Won't be as bad as Russ.
Yeah.
I want to point out something.
Which is nice.
That's called catching a stray.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah. Please point out. Isn't that what they say these days? I had no intention of talking Russ.
No,
At the end of it, I insulted him.
No, you didn't. It just didn't go well.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
You said it couldn't go as bad as Russ. So.
Yeah, it went bad. Sarah, please make a point.
Okay. I want to make the point that something that's incredibly unfair and yet is very true. So Jason pointed out Derek Carr's got the most expectations because, or I guess the most pressure because the expectations should be very high, right? Because that division isn't very good. It's very open to anybody could win it. So yeah, that's a great point. The expectations realistically shouldn't be that the Jets win this division. It's not going to matter. It doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win the division, doesn't win the Super Bowl. Even if you can be the most. Look, I'm not going to go crazy with this. I'm going to be a realist. The realist would say the Buffalo Bills are still the best in this division. The Dolphins are breathing down their necks, and if their quarterback is healthy, they should go in that 2 slot, and it should be Buffalo and the Dolphins. It doesn't matter because Aaron Rodgers to the Jets makes people lose their mind. They lose any sense of reality. And no matter what Aaron does, no matter if he throws for 35 touchdowns next season, if they are not in the playoffs, it's going to be a bust. If they are not playing for a championship, it is going to be a bust. So the realist can say, yeah, they're the 3rd best team, even with this MVP quarterback, and it's not going to matter. So I still have to go on there. Can we just pull up the Jimmy G video for?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. And I just want to circle this back around. I mean, Jimmy G, life is going to be great. Oh, here we go. Get it going. Get it going.
Yeah!
There we go. Life is good. You know who wins this round of Thursday Throwdown or Throwdown Thursday? Jimmy. Jimmy's the winner.